it could be all over for Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Iger, Lucasfilm, and Disney. Because a judge, has decided that it's looking like the Gina Carano lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm can go ahead in court. Now that's the worst possible thing for Disney because of Discovery. Discovery will reveal all of their dirty little secrets, their abhorrent singling out of individuals based on politics, all the emails, the messages. Yeah. Couldn't actually be worse for Disney, in fairness. Discovery will just blow the doors wide open. Kathleen Kennedy can be nuked from her position. And this is not a small thing. This is very, very big. This is a very, very big turn of events. Can't be overestimated how big this is. Genuinely. So hit subscribe if you're new here. Turn the bell notifications on. We'll dive into this today. So yeah, as I said, basically a federal judge is signalling that the lawsuit can go ahead. The lawsuit itself is obviously one part of it. It's the discovery part that's the real... It's the creme de la creme on how things can stack up super, super quickly and what things can be revealed. The lawsuit itself, yeah, like good, I guess. But it's what will be revealed in Discovery that people will talk about for years to come. I genuinely do believe that. So, as the Hollywood Reporter states, the Mandalorian firing lawsuit, how Gina Carano's team and Disney are battling in court. At a Wednesday hearing, a judge expressed skepticism that the Carano's lawsuit should be tossed before Discovery is allowed to take place. Interesting, hey? So a federal judge has signalled that Gina Carano's lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm over her termination from The Mandalorian will be allowed to proceed as the court considers whether the First Amendment allows private companies to sever ties with employees who publicly clash with their values. Interesting. I don't know. I don't think this is going to... I just don't think this is going to hold up. I said at the start I don't think this is going to hold up. So US District Judge Sherilyn Peace Garnett on Wednesday pushed back on arguments from Disney lawyer Daniel Petrocelli, who argued that the lawsuit should be dismissed because the company has the, quote, right not to associate with a high-profile performer on a high-profile show who's imbuing, end quote, the Star Wars series with, quote, views it disagrees with, end quote, that could turn fans away from the show. But what about the inverse of that? What about your actions turning fans away from the show? Has anyone accounted for that? Because I think that's an interesting argument that can be put as well. Like, the company's free to do that even though the grounds for that doesn't bear out in results because more people were sort of like checked out of it at that point. Like, where's the justification? If your claim is, you know, fans could basically the Gina Carano could turn fans away from the show, where's the justification in the results? Because I think it's been the inverse of that. It's actually Disney's actions which have pushed fans away. And look, anyway, look, okay, no one but Disney is destroying Star Wars quicker than Disney. It's themselves. They're doing this. No one else. So Petrocelli urged the court to find in favour of Disney on its First Amendment defence on dismissal rather than at a later stage of litigation after Discovery takes place. If I was a judge listening to that, I'd be like, what are you so afraid of with Discovery? Like, surely that smells fishy to me. That's what I would be like. I'd be like, it's a bit fishy, isn't it, mate? It's a bit fishy. in which it's determined whether the case should be allowed to proceed to trial, which kind of sounds like there's justification for it proceeding to trial within the discovery, doesn't it, really? Yeah. If I was Sherilyn Garnett, I'd be like, nah, mate. Nah, Petrocelli. Nah. We're going to at least do discovery. That's what I would say. Quote, this is the judge. I'm not convinced there are no disputed facts. Judge Garnett responded. She pointed to allegations that Carano was terminated to deflect attention from Disney's contentious business decisions at the time, including the company's contract dispute with Scarlett Johansson and criticism of Florida's parental rights in education law, which led to the dissolution of its special tax district in the state. Love that. That's great. And as it says here, the lawsuit revolves around allegations from Carano that she was wrongfully terminated and discriminated against when she was booted from the series for voicing, it says this, right-wing opinions. It wasn't right-wing opinions at all. Dunce. The former MMA fighter appeared on the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. She wasn't under contract to appear on the 3rd season. Yeah, but they've literally admitted that they fired her. So that's kind of bunk at that point, isn't it, really? Carano sued after Lucasfilm in 2021 announced that she wouldn't be returning to the series after sharing a post in which she said, quote, most people today don't realise that to get to the point where the Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbours hate them simply for being Jews, which is a true statement. Not right wing, that's a true statement. It's a cautionary tale of history. If you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat the mistakes of your past. It's just a fact. The post continued, quote, how is that any different from hating someone for their political views? Oh no, so right wing, saying don't hate me and be tribalistic. Oh, piss your pants. What's wrong with you? So she advanced claims that Disney violated California labor laws prohibiting employers from directing workers' political activity and reprimanding employees on the basis of political speech. Again, yeah, I think she's got a point. At Wednesday's hearing, Jean Scher, a lawyer for the actress, paid for by Elon, pretty certain, stressed that the comments at issue in the case were made from Carano's personal social media accounts. Quote, nothing she said was on the show or on the set, he said as Carano sat at the defence table in the courtroom. That may not matter, Hollywood Reporter says. At least according to Disney, the company claimed that there are broad liberties afforded to private speakers and what viewpoints they choose and don't choose to express. In a case dealing with free speech rights, the Supreme Court held that organisers of a parade had a constitutional right not to include in the event a group seeking to express a message that they didn't want to convey. That's a parade. Like, you do a parade for a reason. And also, doesn't that imply that, like, Disney are expressly political at that point? It does, doesn't it? And it says, the organised decision to exclude a message it did not like fell within its right as a private speaker to shape its expression by speaking on one subject by remaining silent, the court found. Disney argued there's a First Amendment right to choose employees who properly convey their values, so we can just discriminate now on political views is what they're saying. They can't let this go ahead. You just can't. Surely not. Even when those choices would otherwise violate state anti-discrimination laws. It cited the Supreme Court in Boy Scouts of America versus Dale, finding that the organisation's decision to fire an openly gay assistant scoutmaster is protected under the Constitution. That constitutional right, the court concluded, shields the Scouts from violation of New Jersey discrimination laws. Under those 2 cases, Disney said that the state can't force employers engaged in expressive activity, in Disney's case, movies and TV shows, to convey its message through speakers like Carano, who allegedly impair its ability to properly express its values, which it said include respect, integrity and inclusion. Just not of things you disagree with. Obviously. The First Amendment, it claimed, entitles it to protect its speech in the Star Wars series from association with views that it, and many viewers, and many other viewers did not agree with this, considered offensive and contrary to its message. Quote, the messenger is part of the message, Petrocelli said, he posited. Imagine she made comments that she hates Jews or that there was no Holocaust. But she didn't. Did she? Dickhead. In response to Disney's focus on the Supreme Court's ruling in Dale Share, said that free speech rights can't be used as a shield against violations of discrimination laws, and that the ruling in the case was based on a fully developed factual record, not at the motion to dismiss stage. He underscored, quote, Disney's First Amendment defense cannot allow it to short-circuit the normal litigation process. Discovery will reveal whether the company violated state civil rights laws when it terminated Carano, he added. And quote, I don't necessarily disagree with you, the judge replied. I cannot wait for this. Shit's going to hit the fan. This is great news. Honestly, Discovery is going to be the best thing ever. If that happens this year, expect all the videos, the stuff it will reveal. It will genuinely be incredible. Like, it will be eye-opening stuff. Eye-opening stuff. So anyway, stay up to date on all of this by hitting subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, then please do support further via Patreon. There's a link in the description box. If you support for as little as $2 a month, upwards of 10 plus, per month. It does help the channel out. We get demonetized here because of, just normal content like this. And it will stop me from taking those stupid Raid Shadow Legends adverts. I don't want to do them. Bigger channels than me take them. I would rather not take them. So please do help via Patreon. It's the first link down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.